Today I want to talk about my almost wife. It was a very unusual situation, unusual relationship. I worked for the city of Carson on a park, and I had a staff of about 7 people working for me. One of them was a woman named Jeannie. And when I met her, I really liked her. She was a neat person. She smiled all the time, very upbeat. She had a great sense of humor, and she liked my sense of humor, and that was neat. We would hang out together. We went to restaurants, we went to movies, went to the zoo, went to the park, had picnics. Just a really neat experience to hang out with her. It was like my little sister, actually an older sister. She was like 2 years older than me. And it was a wonderful relationship until about 2 years later. She wrote me a very detailed letter, and she told me how much in love she was with me. She told me that she looked at me as husband material. It's a very forward thing to say. And she wanted to marry me. Wow. You know, we never had sex. I never kissed her, not even on the cheek as a friendship kiss. Never hugged her. And yet she liked me and she wanted to marry me. I was floored. I let her down gently because I simply wasn't interested. And it ended our wonderful, fun relationship as hangout partners. I mention this because a lot of gay men and gay women will hang out with somebody of the opposite sex as friends, and the other person takes it more serious than it is. And I know that people will want to give in to that person because that person is so important, that person is so convinced that we can make a go of it, that we can be husband and wife, and I'm just on a totally different level. I'm gay. I never told her I was gay, but I told her that, I'm just not interested in getting married. And she was rather hurt by it. Now, I have heard from other people who would feel obligated to give it a lot of consideration because the other person really, really wants this thing. Even though they don't, the other person really does. And how terrible to disappoint somebody and not give them, a person you really like, what they want. It's a mismatch. It's heartbreaking. But, you have to do your own life. You can't live in a relationship that is for the other person. You just can't. You have to be you. It was very heartbreaking. I mean, I lost a good friend, a hangout buddy, and she lost a potential husband. But we're just on like 2 different levels, and it was just never going to be. So I just stopped seeing her. And by the way, she was the 4th woman in my young life who wanted to marry me. There were 2 in high school, 1 in college, and then Jeannie. And I don't know what it is, if I'm chick bait or, I don't know, a chick magnet. I never thought that I was that terribly attractive. My brothers always said I was ugly, so I believed it. Some men would look at a situation like this and say, yes, I'll marry you, because it's the perfect pretend marriage to hide their homosexuality, which I think is a terrible thing to do. Or sometimes it's just out of guilt that they accept a relationship when, it's only a one-way relationship on that level. So I just wanted to share that with you and invite your comments. If you ever had a relationship, if you're a man, if you had a relationship with a woman, or if you're a woman and you had a relationship with a man, and it tempted you to enter a heterosexual relationship because, well, maybe it just might work. Maybe I can be cured, or maybe I can be fixed. So I'd like to hear your comments and tell me what you think and what your experiences are. Thank you for watching.